Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Learn Mathematics. This is Rekha Chabda, your maths teacher. Students, I hope you all are doing great. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel and post your comments after watching the complete video. So we were doing chapter number 3, trigonometric functions, in which we have already learned and discussed how to measure the angle, what is radian measure, what is degree measure, and their conversions. Today, going forward, we will discuss sign of trigonometric functions, their domain and range, their graphs, allied angles, and then we will discuss few questions of exercise 3.2. Co-terminal angles. What is the meaning of co-terminal angle? Students, co-terminal angles are those angles that have a common terminal side. For example, if I say 10 degrees or I say 370 degrees, do you think both the angles can be represented by using same terminal side? Yes. Same way here in front of you, I've taken 55 degrees and 415 degrees. Definitely they can be shown with the same terminal side. Angles in different quadrants. We know very well we have four quadrants. In first quadrant we have 0 to 90 degree. Second we have 90 to 180 degrees. Third 180 to 270 and fourth 270 to 360. Then sign of trigonometric ratios in different quadrants. In first quadrant we have all trigonometric functions positive. Second we have sine and cosec positive, rest all negative. Third quadrant, tan and cot positive and rest all negative. Quadrant 4, cos and sec positive, rest all negative. Just to keep in mind, you can store and you can save this shortcut like add sugar to coffee. Add A stands for all, sugar S stands for sine, 2 T stands for tan and coffee C stands for cos. So this way you can learn this thing. Negative angle identities. Here we have taken one unit radius circle. Unit radius circle, students, means wherever the radius is 1 unit. We have taken radius as 1 unit and we have made a circle. Now we have taken a point here AB on this circle anywhere, and this angle is x. If this angle is x, definitely this is minus x. And you have studied mirror image in class 9th. If this is AB, so this will be A minus B. So students, first number always represents cos and second represents sine. So if I talk about cos x, it is A, cos minus x, it is A. Sine x, B, sine of minus x, minus B. Right? So that's why I can say sine minus x is minus sine x, cos minus x is cos x. Domain and range. You understand very well what is the meaning of these two words. We have done relations and function in which we have discussed so many times. So all these six trigonometric functions also have their own domain and their own range. Period means after how much time they start repeating their values. Domain, all the values of x. Range, all the values of y. So sine theta period is 2 pi. Domain and domain for cos theta also same, all real numbers, and range also same for sine and cos. Tan and cot period is pi, and here domain is all real number minus all odd multiples of pi by 2. Range is all real number. Here domain is all real minus all the multiples of pi like 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi. Range is all real numbers. Sec and cosec period is 2 pi. Here domain for sec is same as we have for tan. Cosec we have same domain as we have for cot, and range for cosec and sec is same, minus infinity to minus 1, then 1 to positive infinity. These two graphs will never give us the value between minus 1 to 1. So here are the graphs of trigonometric functions. If you look at one graph of sine x, see on x-axis we can take any real number, and on y-axis it will give us minimum minus 1 and maximum 1. Same, you can study the graphs of remaining trigonometric functions and justify their domains and range. Now the most important thing is allied angles. If the sum or difference of two angles is either 0 or multiple of 90 degree or pi by 2 radian, then both angles are said to be allied. Here students, look at this Cartesian plane. This x-axis, this line is known as non-changing line, and this line y is called as changing line. If any angle talks about this line, y-axis, this is 0, this is 90, this is 180 and this is 270. If the angles talks about 90 minus or 90 plus, 270 minus 270 plus, then definitely as the name says changing line, that function will be converted into other function like sine into cos, cos into sine, tan into cos, cot, cot into tan, cosec into sec, sec into cosec. But if the angle talks about 180 or 360, 180 minus, 180 plus, 360 minus, 360 plus, then definitely those functions will remain same. Sine will remain sine, tan will remain tan. Now, let's take one example. Students, if you remember in class 10th, you have done complementary angles where you used to do sine 90 minus theta equal to cos theta, tan 90 minus theta equal to cot theta. So this was the concept behind it. 90, it means they're talking about y-axis, which is changing line. So definitely sine will be converted to cos. Cos will be converted to sine. Tan into cot, cot into tan. So that's why we used to say sine 90 minus theta is cos theta. If it is sine 90 minus theta, 90 minus something, so definitely they are going to fall in first quadrant, and in first quadrant we have just discussed all the trigonometric functions are positive. But if I talk about sine 90 plus theta, so I'm talking about this changing line again, 90 plus. So again sine will be converted into cos, but in second quadrant sine is positive or negative? Sine is positive. So again if I say sine 90 plus theta, it will be cos theta. Sine 90 plus theta, see, it is cos theta. If I say cot 180 plus theta, so first of all I'm talking about non-changing line 180 something, so cot will remain cot, and 180 plus, so it will be in third quadrant. In third quadrant cot is positive, yes, tan and cot are positive, so cot 180 plus will be equal to cot theta. So this is very important table. Now let's discuss few questions of exercise 3.2. Here we have to find the values of other 5 trigonometric functions. Question number 1, cos x is given minus half and x lies in third quadrant. Okay, so cos x is 1 by 2 minus negative 1 by 2. Sec x is just its reciprocal. We can find by taking the reciprocal of cos, which is minus 2. Now use this identity. Sine square plus cos square is equal to 1. So put the value of cos and calculate sin x. Sin x is plus minus root 3 by 2. Now it is given that x lies in third quadrant. In third quadrant, sine is positive or negative? Definitely negative. So we will take sin x as minus root 3 by 2. From sine we can calculate cosec by taking the reciprocal. Tan x is sine by cos. We can find out it is root 3. Cot is reciprocal of tan. So it is 1 by root 3. That's how we have to find remaining functions. Here sec x is given in question number 4 and it is given x lies in fourth quadrant. So sec given, we can find cos by taking reciprocal. Then use this same identity and calculate sine. It is plus minus again. There is confusion, but it is given x lies in fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant again sine is negative. So sine is minus 12 by 13. Reciprocal is cosec. Tan is sine by cos and cot is reciprocal of tan. Question number 5. This is also same. Tan x is given minus 5 by 2. Cot we can calculate. It is minus 5 by 12. It is, I think, misprint. Tan x is given minus 5 by 12. Cot x is minus 12 by 5. Just the reciprocal. Sec square x is equal to 1 plus tan square x. Again, this is one of the identity. Take the value of tan and calculate sec. Sec x is plus minus 13 by 12. X lies in second quadrant. In second, sec is negative. So, sec x is minus 13 by 12. Cos is its reciprocal. And please find remaining ratios yourself. Question number 6. Sine 765 degrees given. We have to find the values of these trigonometric functions. Students, definitely we don't know the value of 765, but we know few values which fall in the first quadrant. So let's try to convert these angles into the angles which lie in the first quadrant. So we know sine theta repeats after an interval of 2 pi, or we can say 360. So 765 can be written as 360 into 2, which is 720, plus 45, which is sine 45, because if I have sine 10 degree and I have 370 degree, so both will give me the same value. So same way sine 45 will give me the same value as sine 765. They are kind of co-terminal angles. So it is 1 by root 2. Same way we can calculate for rest of the angles. Cosec minus 1410. Let's take minus outside, and it can be written as 4 into 360 minus 30. Now 4 into 360 will bring me on the positive x-axis, and then again minus 30. I'm doing something minus, so it will fall in the fourth quadrant, and in fourth quadrant cosec is negative. This negative, negative, positive, and cosec 30, again I know it is 2. Eighth question, tan 19 pi by 3. It can be splitted and written as 6 pi plus pi by 3. When we take the LCM, it is 6 3s are 18 plus 1, 19. Now again, 6 pi plus pi by 3. 6 pi, where it will be, when we complete one revolution, it becomes 2 pi. 2 pi, 4 pi, and 6 pi. So 6 pi will again take me to the positive x-axis and plus something, so definitely first quadrant. So tan pi by 3, which is root 3. Same way here, sine minus x is minus sine x. Now 11 pi by 3 can be written as 4 pi minus pi by 3, which is minus sine pi by 3. Why? Because 4 pi will take us to positive x-axis, but then again minus something, so it will fall in fourth quadrant. And in fourth quadrant sine is negative, but this minus and minus make it positive, and then sine pi by 3 is root 3 by 2. Same way cot minus 15 pi by 4 can be written as minus cot 15 pi by 4, and here 15 pi by 4 can be splitted this way. Again it will fall in fourth quadrant, so negative. Cot is negative in fourth, minus minus plus again in first quadrant, and cot pi by 4 is 1. So now students, please try remaining questions yourself. Don't forget to post your name, class and section in the comment box, and keep watching my videos for the better understanding of all the topics. Thank you very much.